One of the best ways to stand out as a data analyst who uses Power BI is to pass the PL-300 exam by Microsoft and earn the Power BI Data Analyst certification. I've been using Power BI for a number of years now, but it wasn't until recently that I took the exam and earned the credential. So today I'm going to share what you can do to prepare for and pass the exam. I'll be reviewing the exam itself as well as the types of questions you can expect to be asked. And later in the video, I'll be going over the best ways that I recommend you study for and prepare for the exam. Let's get started. Okay, so first let's talk about what purpose the certification serves. The PL-300 exam is for Microsoft's Power BI Data Analyst certification. This is actually part of a series of courses intended for their Data Analyst track on the Microsoft Learn website. The first in the series is the PL-300 for the Microsoft Power BI Data Analyst certification. That's the one we're talking about today. The second is the DP-500, which is the Azure Enterprise Data Analyst Associate certification. And the third is the DP-600, which is the Fabrics Analytics Engineer Associate certification. Optionally, you can also take the PL-900 exam as a prerequisite to the PL-300, which is for their Power Platforms Fundamentals certification. This is a beginner level certification which covers the basics of the Power Platform. While there are some elements of the training material for the PL-900 that are relevant to the PL-300, it isn't totally necessary to earn this certification first. I only bring this up because it is Microsoft's beginner level certification, so it doesn't hurt to earn this first, but again, it is not necessary. I took the PL-300 without taking the PL-900 first, and I passed just fine. Okay, now let's talk about the exam itself. At the time of recording this video, the exam is 100 minutes long and contains 50 questions. The cost of the exam is $165, and unfortunately, that doesn't include any retakes, meaning if you fail the exam, you do have to pay to take it again. The exam contains a variety of different question types, including multiple choice, true or false, drag and drop, multi-part questions, which require more than one selection for a proper answer, list builds where you need to rearrange different steps to get your correct answer, and a case study that has multiple questions attached to it. The scoring is done on a scale of 1 to 1,000, and you need a score of at least 700 to pass. The score is also provided to you as soon as you complete the exam. Microsoft hasn't revealed exactly how their scoring is weighted, but you do receive partial credit for questions that have different elements to the answer. Questions like the multi-part or list build type questions. I also recommend going through the exam sandbox on the Microsoft Learn page for the PL-300 prep. The sandbox allows you to experience what the testing environment is like and gives you sample questions for the different types of questions that they ask on the exam. On that note, the Microsoft Learn page has a ton of helpful and relevant resources related to the exam, but more on that later. One very helpful feature that was recently added to the Microsoft exams is access to the Microsoft Learn article archive within the testing environment. This adds a bit of an open book element to the exam because you can essentially browse through all of their articles right there within the exam environment. So if you get stumped on a question, you have a resource that you can browse through to try and get the correct answer. This is a super helpful resource, but you need to be careful because it's easy to waste a lot of time reading through articles and searching for clues to the answer. Remember, the exam is only 100 minutes for 50 questions, so roughly 2 minutes per question, so it's easy to lose track of time and waste time if you're not careful. But overall, it is a really nice thing to have within the exam environment. I know I got stumped on a few questions and was able to go through the Microsoft Learn articles, and it was helpful, but overall, this is a pretty nice resource to have on exam day, and it did help me out on a couple different questions. The exam could be taken in person or online through Pearson VUE. I took the exam online and I found it to be a pretty smooth experience. Now let's talk about what to know for the exam. I definitely recommend going through Microsoft's study guide for the exam, as it does give a nice overview of what they're generally looking for, but here's a high-level breakdown. 25 to 30% of the exam is preparing the data. Another 25 to 30% is modeling the data. 25 to 30% is visualizing visualizing and analyzing the data, and 15 to 20% is deploying and maintaining items. Having taken the exam, here's a bit more detail about the content that you should expect to see on the exam. You'll find questions asking about how different data sources connect and interact to Power BI. You'll also find questions related to optimizing the data model, as well as DAX questions, and even questions related to SQL. There'll be questions related to visuals, like which type of chart to choose and when. And you'll also be tested on your knowledge of the Power BI service, workspaces, and Power BI administration. One big tip is that context is huge for the exam. I found many times that small details in the question prompt would totally affect the answer. This means you should take your time, read through the questions carefully, and make sure you don't miss any details. Lastly, let's talk about how to prepare for the exam. I 100% recommend that you go through the entire Microsoft Learn course that they have for this certification. There's 19 different modules in the course, and they actually go pretty in depth and are pretty relevant to the exam material. It's not the most exciting course as it's mostly text-based, meaning very few videos, but again, a lot of the content is very relatable. Most of the modules also contain a lab, which gives you some great hands-on experience through a Power BI environment within the Microsoft Learn course. This means you don't even have to have Power BI installed in your computer to get some hands-on experience directly related to the module topic. Once you complete the course in its entirety, I highly recommend you take some of Microsoft's practice assessments for the exam. I took about 10 of these and basically just kept taking them until I was scoring at or near 100% consecutively. I will say that this exam is mainly meant for those who have direct hands-on experience with Power BI. I've been using Power BI for several years now, and I still found the exam quite challenging. If you don't have any direct professional experience with Power BI, then I would recommend spending time with more projects, guided projects, supplemental course material on platforms like Udemy. And one course in particular that I would highly recommend is the Microsoft Power BI Desktop for Business Intelligence course by Maven Analytics on the Udemy platform. It's not specifically designed for passing the PL-300 exam, but it gives some great hands-on experience with Power BI, and it's taught by some of the best instructors out there. I'll put a link for this course in the description below. And there you go. That is my overview of what the PL-300 is, how to prepare for it, and how to pass it. I hope this was helpful. Having taken the exam fairly recently, I'm glad I was able to put a resource out there that I hope is helpful to you all. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing, as it does go a long way to helping the channel. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.